Hey, Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. And help me celebrate my new selfie stick. That's why I'm such a distance from you now. And come on closer. Isn't that cool how technology increases our ability to be flexible? Okay, today, a Gestalt approach to strategy. Now, if you're not familiar with that term Gestalt, look it up. I've been familiar with that for, 40 years since I've been in college. Gestalt is this holistic process that we look at all of the systematic pieces to develop the entire system. Gestalt approach to strategy. I get a lot of emails on my strategy sessions here, my 5-Minute Motivator strategies, and they're coming from executives and junior executives looking to help increase their thought process in strategic planning. Well, I have a couple of questions for you here. I've been using these questions for a year, but I'm seeing them pop up on the internet. I'm thinking, how the hell do these people get this stuff? I thought it was my material. Well, whatever. A couple of questions for you in terms of strategic planning. Note these questions well. And even if you are not in a position to do strategy right now, think about these questions you may be able to bring up to the executives in your firm, and you never know. Maybe you'll get promoted to that point. Here's the first question I'd like you to consider in terms of a Gestalt approach to strategy. What strategies can we put into place that have the ability to create the most value? Now, you define value however you want to. I know as an economist, I would say that value is the utility versus the price. The more utility, the more satisfaction, the more endurance, the more problem solving that we get from a process or product versus the price, the better off we are. Okay? A simple example is when you are hungry, what's the goal? If the goal is simply to fill your stomach, you can get the most value at a hot dog stand. If your value is if your goal is to experience the joy of a fine meal with a glass of wine, then you want to go to a better restaurant. But it's up to you. What strategies do we have the ability to put into place that create the most value? And that's a question you have to answer. Those strategies have to be listed on a whiteboard, and you need to ask yourself that question: where are we going to get the most value? And here's the second thing that you may want to ask yourself: do we have the resources necessary to capitalize on that value? You might have a couple of strategies that make perfect sense, but to actually put those strategies into place, it may require tremendous amounts of capital. And maybe your company is cash-strapped, or you simply don't have the ability to do that. I'll give you an example. I would love to be able to hire a world-class social media marketing company to get my 5-Minute Motivators out there. All right, and I've already checked the prices on it. It's thousands of dollars a month. I'd love to hire a book consultant to take my 11 books and strategize them on Amazon, but it's going to cost me $4,000 or $5,000 a month to do that. And I am simply not in a position to spend that kind of money. So even though I know that these are the best things for me, I don't have the ability to put them into place. Okay, I simply don't have the money for it. So consequently, at this point, I'm not going to do it. Okay, so you think about that. Do we have the necessary resources to put these strategies into place? Finally, do we have the executive leadership necessary to implement and control the strategies? This is a very interesting question, because ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, what strategies? Here they are. We can list them out. Second, do we have the resources? Yes or no? Whenever I ask the question, do we have the executive leadership necessary to implement and control the strategies? The resounding answer is, well, of course we do. But it's that executive leadership that's sitting in the room answering that question. And I have to ask a second level question. Are you sure you're not being self-serving? You think about that. All right, so you've got to answer those three questions. You've got to answer them as candidly as possible. What strategies have the ability to create the most value? Do we have the resources necessary to capitalize a great deal on those strategies? And do we have the executive leadership necessary to implement and control those strategies? Answer those three questions honestly, and I have a feeling you are on your way to a solid strategic plan. Bill Shaka thanking you for attending another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Please like, share, comment. Please join the memberships. See you soon. Bye.